I haven't touched this Suburban in quite a while, but we'll change that today. Might not really look like it, but I'm cleaning up the garage here, and I got a new set of seats for the Burb, and I want to get them the hell out of the garage. So I'm going to finally plasma cut the hole for the floor shift transfer case in here, flop the carpet down, and I can take care of the seats. It originally came with these leather captain's chairs. The leather, pretty horrible. You can see here, ain't so good. Driver was even worse. The replacement covers fit absolutely horrible. I was going to do heated seats and covers, and yeah, I think I'm going to punt on that. I also was looking at making one of these GMT 800 jump seats fit because the console sucks on these, and the fold down console on the GMT 800 is pretty nice. I think I'm still going to see how bad that is to fit. Maybe I'll sell a kit for it or something, but this is going to be the final solution. I like the bench. And like for a truck and stuff, I like cloth better than leather anyway. I'll be back. Anybody else gonna watch Terminator 2 in 3D coming up? These glasses give you green vision though, not red Terminator vision.
Fuck you, asshole.
I got the kiddo to watch Terminator 1. She's stoked now. I love that thing. It broke on me, but I fixed it for like 15 bucks. I got a video on that. I'll show you. Now I'll just drill some holes, mount the four-wheel drive shifter and stuff. I can put this carpet back down. Okay, that's one extra stick in there. And actually, the wiring for the four-wheel drive light for the front actuator is already here. I wouldn't have expected it to be there since this is a push button. I don't think I've showed you guys the new wheels yet. Got some 16x8 aluminums that look just like the old Steelies I had in my old truck. And I made my own center caps. I'll do a video on that in a little bit. 3D print a gasket too, go around the outside. Well, I've kind of just been using this as a storage trailer for a little bit. So when I get this running, I'm actually going to lose some storage. Yeah, second thought, before I put this carpet in, I'm going to sawzall this brake pedal down to where it should be. I just made a cardboard template that fit on the clutch pedal. So I know the pad for the clutch pedal will work on here. Did that with the Blazer, worked good. Okay, cut her off, round it off with the angle grinder, and that should fit on there nice now. Let's see. Looks good to me. Okay, it is going to take some serious screwing around to make those GMT 800 jump seat fit in the 400. The mounts are completely different where they go in here. It certainly can be done, and I was planning on doing a how-to video, but piss on it. I'm out of time and patience for that, so maybe somebody else will make a video. I definitely am going to yoink this cup holder though. I got that in my 8.1 truck and I love it. And I'll grab the seat belts too. I can add them to that bench. Okay, so these are held on the jump seat just by 4 rivets. That's pretty easy to take care of. And then I'm going to mount them on here. That will be perfect. Okay, that's a lot easier. Lined everything up, sharpied it, drilled the holes. Now I just got to make plates for the bottom side, and drill and tap them will be good. Yeah, that's an interior I can deal with. Once I got my holes cut in the carpet here and everything all set. Pedal's all good. This definitely works on 96 plus. I'm still working on my buddy to get his 94 out of storage so I can check it on those. Scrounged a couple more parts. These GMT 800 console lids fit on this late 400 console. This one's actually busted, and I kind of like these better anyway, so that's what I'm going to go with. I also got a brake controller. This matches the one in my other truck. Takancha actually went out of business, and it's all basically Chinese crap now. That's a Takancha knockoff. This one's a genuine deal. I got used on Marketplace. For cheap too, that's nice. And I'm kind of wondering when I pull this push button crap out of here, if I can stick that brake controller right there. Like I mentioned in my other video, this is a GMT 800 trim plate here, and that's what I'm going to be using. It doesn't have the light for the four-wheel drive, so this is going to be my four-wheel drive indicator on this one. I did a similar deal on my GMT 800 that I have home with a little rocker switch in there for the front actuator. Like I said before, I'm doing the Chevy conversion on this. So this GMC emblem is getting replaced with an NV4500 emblem. I made this at work out of some plastic. This is a piece of textured black and a couple pieces that are glued on there. Looks pretty good, I think. Gonna change that out too, because why not? So here's the GMT 400 harness. I got all the small block Chevy stuff de-pinned or cut out of here. Wired some new stuff into the fuse block itself, a couple extra circuits. And I'll show you how all this works in another video. It's complicated enough, it'll take its own video. But the only thing I've got left to do is to hook up all these PCM hookups to the GMT 800 harness. And the video for that is already done. I took an 06 harness and I made it like a 99 to 02 style, drive-by cable, and I'll show you, I'll put a link in here now, show you that one. I also did a little grinding on the original PCM bracket for the GMT 400. There's basically a lip all the way around here you got to grind off. And got it to fit this new PCM, which is going to be mint. So you got to grind a couple clearance spots for the screws of the PCM itself. And there was a lip that went all the way around here. You got to grind that off so it sits flush in order for this to work. But it's good to go. Yeah, this mount works beautiful. Look at this. Shakes the whole truck. All right, I don't think I'm going to video a whole hell of a lot with this LS swap because it's been beat to death on YouTube already. But it's time to dig into it. There is a whole bunch of this Vortec 350 stuff, though, that's going to work for my Blazer, so I'll have spare parts. Okay, I brought some help to get this engine out of the burb. A little higher. So we want this to be about this high. So like that high. Still going?
Yep. I need to watch it.
There we go. That's what we needed.
Recording
Throw
your
it on the
butt.
ground.
I'm recording your butt.
You recorded my butt?
Yeah.
Was my butt crack hanging out?
Yeah.
There we go. See it?
Yep.
See it coming? How's the video look? Good. We'll do it over here. There it comes. See it? There we go. All right, kiddo, we got it. Give me a high five. Wait. Dirty. Not too dirty. Double high five. That's a high 10. Okay, I picked up these corners because I'm putting the Chevy grill on the GMC. You can get these LEDs in either white or amber LEDs, but they only come in tinted or clear lenses. So I'm going to make them amber because they look pretty cool. But I think with the clear lenses, it ain't gonna match the look I'm going for. Okay, this was the plan. It would have been easy, but that really doesn't look so great. So I scuffed them up and painted them with this stuff. I've done it before on a few different projects, and they're not looking too bad. We'll see how it's all good when they're dry. Okay, now we're talking. This stuff, it does have a little bit of a tendency to like pool up a little bit. You can see how it's darker on the edge here. You can get away from that by doing the less coats at a time. But it was like midnight last night and it had a 4-hour recoat window and I wasn't dicking with that. So I get impatient. But even so, I don't think you're going to notice that too much. It looks good. And with the light on, it looks really good. I like that. Holy crap, it's warmer outside than inside today. We're at 50 degrees. As you can see, made some progress on the burb here. I got the old small block automatic push button 4-wheel drive out. Getting this 5.3 all cleaned up. However, I do have to take this thing out of here in order to grab some stuff that I need from this parts Tahoe. This has headers on it and a halfway decent exhaust. Probably grab the air intake and some other stuff here. And from what I understand, these master cylinders from these newer trucks are a nice upgrade on those OBS. All right, let's see how it cleans up. Okay, one round down, it's a hell of a lot better. Blow it off with a hose. Degreasing again. Let's see what we get.
Hi, everybody.
Let's get this thing running. Nice. Gonna be getting the Suburban soon.
Bye, guys.
And you're gonna help me put it in the burb, right?
Yeah.
Okay.